Right now, discussing the impact that social media is having on us at individual level. Because we can agree that social media is affecting individual and changing the way that we behave. It follows that social media is affecting the way we interact each other. Research from University of Pittsburgh School of Medic student over 1,700 pupils between the age 19 to 32. It was found that the average participants were spending 61 minutes per day on social media and visit social media website over time per week. And this research was conducted in 2014 that the number has been growing until now.
Furthermore, over one quarter of the young people surveyed display indicators of high level of depression. The people who most frequently check social media were found to be 2.7 times more likely to develop depression than the average. Jack Simon also said on the case that this data is inaccurate. Perhaps the people who are already depressed are turning to social media as an outlet. This may be true to some degree. The extent of the data is simply does not lie. Social media is causing depression for a lot of people. And of course, that depression is affecting the way that we interact with each other in the physical world.
I really want to acknowledge that social media corrupt human interaction because it's giving a negative impact towards eating disorder in young girls. Not only that, it also affecting all the genders, races, and also all economic background. For example, social media put a large amount of pressure on female to meet a certain social and also cultural standard. The more an individual exposed to the unrealistic standard, the more they will find the reflective of how they should look. In conclusion, I would like to stay in my point that social media consequently lead to a poor body image and also eating disorder in young girls.
Social media is also causing feelings of envy. Envy is that painful longing to have what others have. When us scrolling social media through Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, sometimes it will make you feel worse because you couldn't have the life that others are living. It will make us feel like everyone leading a life better than your own and cause jealous of others on social media. Example, when we saw posters of our friends or relatives about their daily lives, vacations, and so on. Envy can be a destructive emotion both mentally and physically. Envious people tend to feel angry or irritable. They feel less grateful about their positive traits and their circumstances. They always have a desire on other people's lifestyle. Envy is also related to depression, anxiety, and personal unhappiness. In my opinion, I believe that social media has caused feelings of envy.
I would like to come to an agreement with Mr. Jack Simons with the fact that journalism or news has a way into the scope of his proposition. Social media corrupts human interactions by pitching in and saying news that is spread through social media sites plays into the idea of the attention economy, in which content that attracts more attention will be seen, shared, and disseminated far more than news content that does not gather as much traction from the public. Tim Wu from Columbia Law School coins the attention economy as the resale of human attention. It is found that news leads to political persuasion. Therefore, the more people that use social media platforms for news sources, the more their political opinions will be affected. Despite that, people are expressing less trust in their government and others due to the media use. It is proven in a study from the University of Washington that while reading newspapers, there is an increase in social trust, where on the contrary, watching the news on social media weakens this social trust in society.
I will agree that social media is giving massive following to people who are popular rather than people who are professional. The truth is, the quickly being replaced with the speed and access and journalistic integrity is something that is quickly becoming harder and harder. To find we are not having organic interactions with each other, without friends, without families, or without political leaders. In summary, My message is simple. Social media is corrupting. Social media is giving impact to the people. We need not condemn social media, but to be aware of the fact that it is corrupting our interactions. It's time to stop stalking and start talking.